What's going on, Micro Militia? We are back with the third studio album from Sleep Token. We finally made it here. More specifically, the first track off that album, Chokehold. Now, I am so excited for this album because, and by the way, the name of this album is Take Me Back to Eden. The reason why I'm so excited for this album is because I saw on the song list that I've already reacted to 2 songs from this album at the start of our Sleep Token journey. That is The Summoning and Ascensionism. Now, I mentioned it on the previous video, but The Summoning has become one of my all-time favorite songs since I've heard it, all up there with Ascensionism. Ascensionism is up there, but The Summoning is right up there with like one of my favorite songs of all time. My favorite song of all time is A Little Piece of Heaven by Avenged Sevenfold. I don't think that'll ever be topped, but The Summoning is a very, very close second. So with this album generating already 2 of one of my, top 10 favorite songs of all time, top 15 favorite songs of all time, that just gives me so much excitement for what else can be on this album. If you guys are excited as I am, go ahead and hit the hot thumbs up button if you do enjoy this video. Subscribe if you want to follow me along this Sleep Token journey. And I don't want to wait any longer. The anticipation is killing me. Let's go ahead and hop into it. What's that? Okay, before we get into it here, this is kind of making a lot more sense now. That creature in The Summoning. So this is back. It looks a little different. It looks like sort of arachnid, spider-esque with a cape or something. And immediately I noticed like these things right here, like some type of cipher. It wouldn't surprise me. Does Sleep Token have their own language, like a Klingon type thing? That would not surprise me at all. But so far, we're starting out with this, like, super distorted guitar? I don't know what that is, but it's building anticipation for sure. It's really building anticipation, and you already know what I'm about to say about the vocals. I want to go back. I'm going to catch that again because he does he just keeps going up. Like, he changes the way he does the vocals, and then he takes it to another level. He does, like, multi-layered rising of the vocals, if that makes any sense. I definitely want to check that out again. Let's go back. And the way it's rising too, the creature is rising from this wall. Everything is just building anticipation here. With the sun in the background, or this light source in the background kind of creating the silhouette. Just the imagery is pretty awesome. In the flight, the ascension, ascending. Huh. I'm pretty sure there was a song in the previous album called Descending, and we are descending into the ocean. We're getting deeper. Is this now the opposite end of the spectrum? We are ascending. Ascensionism is on this album. He's talking about rising. This creature is rising. Interesting. Okay. Let's go back. Flight. That's so good. Guardian. So you keep me sharp and test my worth in blood. You got me in a chokehold. You got me in a chokehold. So deep. Okay, so we got the super crunch distortion once again. Just straight up, I don't even know what tuning that is. Drop C at least. And then now we have the piano again, which is a staple of Sleep Token at this point. And it's almost like a horror movie piano. That's the best way I can describe it. Obviously minor. And that's really the best way I can describe it, is like a horror movie piano with just a super low tuned guitar. With, again, lots of not delay, but the way I'd call that rhythm is kind of a delayed rhythm. It's just a boom, brum, boom, brum. I don't know why, but that just creates a delayed feeling to me. Very interesting, very creepy arachnid they got going on here, made of skulls, and it's got that gold mask on. I wonder if each song is going to have their own creature type thing. I don't know, but I'm really liking this so far. I really am. Look at that lighting. And before we get into whatever's coming, we're actually coming towards the end of the song already. But that thing that Vessel loves to do, I believe it's called a diphthong, right there. This is the second or third time he's done it. Show me a way. So he drops down and then starts building it up again. It's like that's Vessel loves to do that, and I love listening to it. And there's one part before here. There's no way I'm gonna find it right now, but the guitar in the background is like, it's almost like a screech. It's not a screech at all. It's definitely playing a note, but it's a very high note, and it creates like a really cool effect in the background where it's like a scream, like a yell, but he's doing it with a guitar. It's just beautiful songwriting once again. All right, let's go ahead and finish it out. Wow, very strong start to the album. Very strong start to the album. So again, we have those themes of rising, and again, we're continuing along. At least in this first, the first set of lyrics, there's like couple mentions of like sort of biblical things. So like when we were made, I'm assuming humans, and then we have a reference to branches in a flood. We all know flooding is pretty much universally known as a biblical metaphor or reference. And again, I'm not very well versed in the Bible. Didn't grow up on that. Never read the Bible, anything like that. So I'm probably missing some biblical references there, like coming as a blade, a sacred guardian. I'm sure that can be tied back to the Bible at some point, or in some way, shape, or form. And the title of the song, "You Got Me in a Chokehold." So I'm assuming this is, again, we're continuing along that relationship sort of theme going on there, whether that be between Sleep and Vessel, or if that's, again, we're just if we're leaving the lore out of it and it's just more of a relationship, another toxic relationship. You got me in a chokehold. You're cutting off the circulation. You're cutting out the breath. And then here again, we have some really important imagery of what's kind of tying into that rising theme, which I think is going to be continuing along in this album, is beneath the stormy seas. So below the water, we're coming from that descension under the water, above the mountain peaks. So now we got that lowest of lows and the highest of highs, and it's all the same to them. And the name of the album is Take Me Back to Eden, the Garden of Eden. Isn't that the place of creation, the Garden of Eden? So that makes total sense. Very heavy biblical references here once again. I'm not sure what gold has to do with there. I'm sure it has to do with something about that. Take to bring you home again. So is that where it all began? Is that where it's all supposed to end to, is the Garden of Eden? I'm not sure. School me a little bit on the Bible and kind of how this is all tying in, because I'd be very interested to see some of the references going on here. So show me which I cannot see. So is that the eating of the apple, right? That's what kind of sparked the consciousness into humans, if I am kind of remembering that correctly. Wow. Okay, is this song is it about the Garden of Eden? Is that what the song is? And that's kind of setting the precedent for Take Me Back to Eden. And even straight up mentions holy right here. And though we act out of our holy duty, can't see it. The holy duty to be constantly awake. Oh yeah, this is for sure referencing that story of creation in the Garden of Eden. Well, that's not creation, but it's, if I'm remembering correctly, it's where Eve eats the apple from the tree of forbidden fruit or something like that, whatever it's called. Which again, I don't know the Bible very well, but that made God bestow humans with consciousness. We became awake. That's when we recognized we were naked, and we felt ashamed of that, and that we had to cover up. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Again, once again, school me in the comment section below, guys, because this is some lore I can get into. I love getting into ancient religious lore. Not so much, I have never really dove into Christianity or Catholicism or anything like that. But if we're talking Greek mythology, Roman mythology, I love diving into the lore, the mythical lore of that. No offense to anyone. I'm not saying this is mythical or whatever. You believe in what you believe in. But I don't know. I think great stories can be told from biblical stories. Very strong intro to the album. I dug the music. I'm really enjoying the lore aspect of it, and I hope that continues on. The second song I will not be reacting to, of course, because I already did. The Summoning, one of my favorite songs of all time. Go ahead and check that out. I'll leave a card or whatever in up over there. You can go check that out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you did enjoy it, be sure to drop the hot thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or if you just want to see me react to the rest of the Sleep Token discography. This just reinvigorated me. This just re-excited me to get in to the rest of this. Anyways, guys, thank you once again for tuning in, and I will catch y'all all on the next one. At ease, Micro Militia.